we're going to celebrate Miss Masha's birthday today. And then I got the steel report over to the office. I got a couple of calls to make. I need to check and see if the prize is there. But you know what I've discovered yesterday, family? We will be having a Gye-Nyame shoe coming out real soon. Yup, we can make shoes. So I'm about to have me the first pair of Gye-Nyame shoes. So next time I'm able to stomp, I will be stomping in some Gye-Nyame shoes. And yes, they will be hot. I want to thank everybody for your support because y'all made it possible, because people have been responding and getting the gear, and because y'all was getting some of the gear, because we was getting some of the gear, because you see I got some on right now. We have been able to be advanced to be able to do other things. So now also we're going to be bringing out the Gye-Nyame Journey Diary. You know what I'm saying? So for those that want to go through the course, you're going to be able to get the book. You're going to be able to, keep up with the daily toast, keep up with the tribal quotes, keep up with folk tales for grown folks. We're doing it big, but I can't wait to see you. Listen, to see you tonight at Kwanzaa. So once again, we say Habari Gani, and the proper response is Kuji Chakalia. So let's get started. Man, I'm hyped. We in Kwanzaa. Drink your water. Oh, come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Always remember to drink your water, family. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Consciously take your breath every now and then through your nose. But hey, grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of that water. Lift that pitcher of that water. You know what? Simply pour some water. Drink. Stay hydrated. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Get you a nice big glass. Family, listen. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Oh. Move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Come on now. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Man, it's Kwanzaa time. Listen, but hey, most important, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise that glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Fam, raise your glass. Drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then. Man, take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Hold on. Drink, blank, messed up. But hey, whatever. But here we go. But remember to stay healthy. Breathe, drink. Damn. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Told your ancestors. Man, family, let me finish doing this, because I can't do all the work that I need to do while I'm sitting up trying to do the song. But it's important that we do the song, because I want to remind people the importance. Let me say this again. I want to remind people of the importance of drinking that water, family. It's simple things that we could do to stay healthy. Breathing, number one. Number two is drinking water. Add water. I love coffee. Speaking of coffee, last night, Sister Callie, she got coffee. I went out and bought some Mexidus coffee, right? I got the Chiapas right here. This was available at Kwanzaa. Family, you need to come out and support the vendors, and we're going to talk about that. We also going to talk about Kuji Chagalia today, like we did yesterday with the principal. So if you want to call in and have that conversation. So I got this, and I have me a new coffee grinder that I will be grinding up some of this coffee so that I could go on and sample it, and maybe we'll sample some with what you hear. Somebody gave me a little bottle. I ain't gonna say what's in the bottle, but also I went to Sister Nikki, because we the mall. We're not having the mall this month, but she got some handmade natural soap. This is goat's milk lemongrass. Yep, I got two of the same. You got to get to Sister Nikki early in the game. You out of luck. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that she reserves my stuff. And like I said, if y'all supported her, she will be back tonight so that y'all can pick up your own soap. Family, it's very important that we focus. Matter of fact, I got some of her soap right here too. That's not the lemongrass though. I bought this one because she didn't have any lemongrass left. This might be the lavender. But we have to support our vendors, because our vendors are our first step to the business aspect of building a culture. Around Kwanzaa, we are structuring a culture right here, right now, because it's important that we establish culture, but we got to understand that culture is more than just, actually, it's part of the clothing, it's part of the food. You know what I'm saying? Sister CeeLo typed up something talking about cultural appropriate behavior and culturally appropriate holidays. And Kwanzaa is not only a culturally appropriate holiday, it is a cultural stabilizing holiday. And we have to go on and mark these days. This is why. Because Claude Anderson talked on the Breakfast Club, but in many of his appearances, because like I said, family, when you're building something, you got to get your talking points together. And he always talks about this 5-level building, for building community, for us doing what we need to do as black folks. Now, part of the issue is that a lot of us, we think on a national level rather than the family and the tribal level. Before you are able to move to a nation, you first have to establish the family, then the tribe, clans, cities, states, then nation, then the world. We are right now, as you can see on YouTube in a lot of ways, YouTube and a lot of the other people that talk, we talking heads, there's like a little war going on. There's tribal wars going on. And a lot of people get frustrated by that and be like, why can't we all just work together? Family, right now, what you're seeing is some tribal wars. Now, what we're doing in Columbus, rather than focusing on the fuckery out there and all the fighting and shit, you know what I'm saying? What we're trying to do is we're trying to establish the culture and establish the tribe. How do you establish a tribe? First off, you get the individual together, and then the families come together. And then as the families start coming together, they combine to make tribes, because a tribe is nothing but a group of families. group of families and some individuals that might not have families, and we become one. We start developing the myths and stuff like that, but then also the culture start rising up out of that. What do you mean, Brother Hatim? Now, the culture, because a lot of people want to just pin it on the clothes. They want to pin it on the food. They want to pin it on the jewelry and stuff like that. They want to pin it on the things that we do. But we have to understand that the root of all the things that we do is the economics. It costs money. We exchange when we make clothes. Do you not understand? That's business. You understand? You can't have a culture without business. You can't have a culture without finance. As one of my brothers aptly puts it, a revolution without finance is goddamn nonsense. So if we want to really make some changes, we have to first get the cultural piece and understand within the cultural piece, the economic piece plays a very, very important part. All right? I mean, and I'm very serious about that. It plays a very important part. Because now, when people come to Kwanzaa and they should support the vendors, when they come to the G&J Mall and they support the vendors, I'm trying to tell y'all, we are putting one of the laws. Not only are we exercising all of our principles as far as the Nguzo Saba, we're also practicing a principle of my aunt called reciprocity. A lot of us, we just think it's about what comes around, goes around, which is true. But we only think about that in the actions that we do to each other. What I want y'all to start thinking about is it also talks about a flow. When I give, I receive. And when I receive, I give. And it's a constant flow. What does money do? What are we supposed to do with the resources? Practice reciprocity. That's reciprocity in action. So we got to understand that. And part of today, far as Kwanzaa, is Kujichagulia. Self-determination, being able to define ourselves for ourselves. That's a commodity that we trade. What is the self-determination of our village here in Columbus? What is the self-determination of the tribes within Columbus? That's a commodity. Sister Terry, I say, truly African thought. It's the heart and spirit that guides human conduct and family, tribal building, as well as foundation of economic success. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Family, I want y'all to think about this. Microsoft was a tribe. They grew into a clan, and now what is Google? They got certain cultural norms. There's a certain amount of exchange that goes up in there. We got to understand other people are using the sciences that we need to be grasping. Oh my God. That we need to be grasping so that we can actually build what we have. There is always some type of economic piece involved with what we're doing. Stop playing. Let's stop playing with each other. And let's stop lying to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of bothers me. And at Kwanzaa last night, there was 10 vendors. 11 vendors. That's good. But you don't think it should be better? This is our holiday. Right? I mean, I know a lot of us, we did the Christmas shopping and stuff. But the one question that everybody in our circle need to ask on Kujichagulia is self-determination. And then for Gye-Nyame is Nia. You know what I'm saying? Self-determination on purpose. How many of us are directing just a small amount of our financial wherewithal to people within our tribe, within our community? Are we financing our tribe? Are we financing our community? And last night, family, woo! I got up and we raised money. I had my girls running around with the baskets. Family, we raised over $610. Baskets? $610 from the community. And that was beautiful. And then I'm glad to say that all the vendors that were there walked out with a smile. You understand what I'm saying? No, Gina, go home. We are gone. This is real life here, Gye-Nyame journey. She just want to be gone. Oh my God. I mean, why you want to talk to me when don't want to talk to me unless I'm on here? Y'all just using me. Yeah. They just want to steal my show. Sister CeeLo said I spent over $200 with the vendors last night. I know one. I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody else went out there and spent $300. Had a beautiful fashion show last night. Had a great dance. And the piece is, family, we got to start on a monthly basis. If it ain't nothing but buying your soap, if it ain't nothing but buying the shea butter, we have to start investing in individuals in our tribe. Not investing, but practicing reciprocity to get it flowing so that we can actually start building something. Because that is the foundational piece. Then we got to move to the next level, and I'm going to stop there. Well, actually, I won't even stop there. Those politics. Right? Last night, we had a young lady come in, Miss Morgan. I can't remember her last name. Somebody that's out there, help me out, because I'm old. But anyway, she got up and she spoke. She's running and she's competing for a seat in Congress, right? Part of her platform is reparations. And y'all already know I'm on that shit, right? Now, I'm not just saying reparations is the only thing that we need to be working on, but it's one of the major things that we need to be working on because I'm collecting debts right now. Because they don't mind collecting debts from me, right? So I'm going to get my money. But then also we're going to build and we're going to start having a small economy within us because there's no reason why there shouldn't be 50 to 100 people in Columbus, Ohio that is able to make a living because they are able to produce stuff that we need. Hopefully everybody out there needs some goddamn soap. Black folks, you need some type of shea butter. Stop buying that lotion that was produced just for major corporations and start getting some goddamn shea butter. And people complain about that shea butter, Twitter, and all that shit. Listen, I understand the importance. I can't do a show unless I'm greased up. I don't do a show unless I shower, unless I'm out in the woods. And I'm all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm using soap that's produced by somebody in my tribe. Morgan Harper. That's her name. Morgan Harper. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that as the months roll by, and we are going to build up a voting block within our community where we are going to be able to demand what it is we need right here in Columbus, right here in this congressional district, right here in this county. We're going to take this motherfucker over because some of y'all are right now are experiencing the fact that with politics, they're moving you up out your house. Politics, they're making it almost impossible for you to do business. Politics, they're doing a whole lot of stuff. And you know what else politics control? Judges, prosecutors, and police. Who we got problems with? Come on, family. We on the day of Coochie trying to live. Y'all need to talk to me, right? So let's go and get these libations poured. I'm going to open up the lines. The lines are 614-556-4535. I'm going to start sending out emails along with the Daily Toast, as well as because I got all this. I just found out how to use this system. I'm going to be putting it together. I'm also going to be sending out the newsletter. If you have not checked out the newsletter, let me go and post this up for you. Also, those that want to support Gye-Nyame Journey, somebody need to hit up this damn tip jar. I need at least $20 in the tip jar today. This is why. Because I want to see how the tip jar. I got a little jar right here on the screen. Let me go and see if I can get my finger right on it. Right there. You see it? You can't. You see the Gye-Nyame in there? I want to see what happens because I set this up and I want to see what happens when this tip jar is hit up. So family, help me we want to get about $25 in the tip jar today so that I want to see what's going to happen when the damn tip jar is hit. So I'm posting it up so that those that's out there, man, and not only, you know what I'm saying? If you can't do it, send it to somebody that you know that can. I want to see what happens, right? Then also, family, I'm going to open up the Streamlabs. So if you go, let me go on there. All right, that's legit. The best way to listen to me, to support us the most, is at GNJmedia.live. This is the second best one, right? Now, with this one, I'm able to have contests, right? When you subscribe to the channel, it puts you in a database. In that database, I'm able to randomly draw individuals that get to win the prize. Now, Kwame run the first one. I'm about to run another one, right? So, it's coming up. It might start tomorrow, might start on Imani. I don't know yet. But then also, on the Black Signal, we're having a contest too. And guess who won that one? I know somebody, none dare call it conspiracy. Navita won that one. I'm waiting for the prizes to get here. That's why I haven't jumped up and sent out another blast yet. No. I want click the link gnjmedia.live/tip, because it won't work unless you tip through the Streamlabs. So you have to go to gnjmedia.live. That is the site of all of our streaming. Everything I do comes through gnjmedia.live, and that goes straight to Gye-Nyame. So if you go to that page, on the top there's tip and there's merchandise. Y'all been buying that merchandise. Y'all, it's some Daily Toasted shirts floating around the country that I can't wait. One day I'm gonna be somewhere and see somebody with a Daily Toasted shirt. I might pass out, jump up for joy and pass out. But I want to see what happens on the tip jar. So go to the tip piece. All right, let's get to these libations. All right, I got the tea. I'm gonna pour a little bit of tea in here. I'm going to go out and try to get the honey. Hopefully sometime today. If not today, definitely tomorrow, because I'm trying to get to the office. I want to get to the office today. Got a couple of calls to make. This is a little bit of the ambrosia I got left. I want to have the ambrosia done by New Year's. And once I get the honey in, family, it's just about 5 days. Not even 5 days, because I'm using the bottles with the stoppers in them, so it'll be available. So let's get it started. First off, giving honor to the Creator, by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise our glass to our ancestors. Hopefully your ancestors on the list. If they are not on the list, you can go and check it. Hit us up at, on the timeline, wherever you watch right now. You could throw up your ancestors. If you don't send them in, that's cool. Now I'm sending out emails, and I'm also sending out text messages, so you can respond to both of those. And you can send the information in, and I'll check it, and I will get them added onto the list. And if I do, remember, it's a mistake of the mind and not one of the heart. All right? So then you just have to go and be like, Brother Hatim, I need you to put this person on the list, because I got to call my mom because she had somebody to add on to the list. So let's go. We start with Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Texana, Davis, Aaron Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Joseph, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris, Finn, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Aaron Brown, second, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flora, Montague Pittman, now. Noma Exapet, Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jane Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Gail Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Said, Weather, Vita Farm, Argoso, Sue Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Sam Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Adam Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vinnie Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Rich Ellis, Alice Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, Elder Basiji Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DePretis Hines, Anna Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee. Woo! Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Will Belong, Maya Kennedy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sam Evans Sr., Nashawn Blair, my fault. Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson. Take that breath. Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Stage Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClellan, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabak Teray, Ray G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Marco Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia Neville Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie here, Tubman Cates, Mrs. Sturt, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior Marilyn Miller, Housie Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alec Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Richard Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Port Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Alice Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Jamel, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe, Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Brothers, Reginald Alvin, Marjorie Coker, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damien Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quacy Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Griffith, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, out of Cleveland, Victor Bowden, Priscilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Talar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamar Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nellie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III. What's that for?
I don't know. I just found it on the floor.
If you found it on the floor,
Yeah,
it's a SIM card. Drusilla Morrow, Wayne Young, with Isaac Jackson Sr. Let's start over. Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Morrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Morrow. We raise our glass to all of our ancestors. Family, we got family up on this list from all over. West Coast, East Coast, Central, Chicago, Cleveland, just to name a few. We might got some from California in here. Family, we are growing. We are prospering. Well, we're moving towards prosperity, but we doing all right. But we could do better. We're going to raise our glass to all of our ancestors, and we're going to ask them for their special blessing on this day of Kwanzaa, of Habari Gani, Kuji Chagalia, and of course, on our day of purpose, as you see. I got it on. So we raise up our glass, we say Ashe. For them family, move to the present moment. What's going on in the present moment, Brother Hatim? Right now, we are on Kuji Chagalia. Oh, my fault. Kwanzaa, we on Kuji Chagalia. Right now, we on the day of Nia. For those that don't know, you need to activate those reticular formations. Family, we need pictures of Nia all day. You know what I'm saying? Nia's popping off everywhere, right? It's people out here living on purpose, doing good on purpose, building on purpose, networking on purpose, right? Now, I know that a lot of us are attracted to fuckery. Fuckery is negative things done on purpose. Let's stop focusing so much on all that shit that's being done on purpose that takes us off task. Let's start moving on purpose to where we want to be. All right? So we are on purpose right now today, far as our day. All right? So we want to be recognizing and looking for purpose. We'll talk about the day of Kwanzaa in a second. So for those that don't know, Nia means purpose. The demonic principle of the day is balance. The color is yellow. This is available in our merch store. The hermetic law of the day is rhythm. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. We raise our glass and we salute this day. Because in this present moment, this is all we have. We always are in the present, family. We have the blessing to be in the space of the moment. Because in the moment, we have choices. In the moment, we can make changes. In the moment, we can do the work that is necessary for us to uplift our ancestors as well as protect the future of our future generations. So what are you doing? What are you doing? All right? Are you out there doing it, right? Are you out there defining it as the day of Kwanzaa would suggest? Are we out there defining ourselves? Or are we allowing other people to define it? Are we allowing other people to tell our narrative? Or are we out here telling our story? Well, tonight at Kwanzaa, we're going to be telling our story. Right now, in G&J Media, right now, we're telling our own stories right now. This is what we do. So we raise our glass to this present moment and the power within it, and we take what our ancestors have left us, the space and time they have left us, and we're building upon that space and time. And in that space and time, we are gathering the resources so that we can make this space and time not only pass on space and time to our future generations, but also pass on the resources so that they could build their monuments to greatness. So we raise up our glass. We raise up our glass. And you know what we say? We say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our children, our children's children, all the way into infinity. Got to toast them. We raise our glass. We toast them in advance. And we let them know that we're doing the work. We raise it up and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. And we say Ashe. From all of our relations, we move to that selfish toast. Right? It's for you. What do you need in this moment to move towards your grace, your personal greatness? And we say, I'll give you a second. And on that, we say Ashe. When we say Ashe, it is done. Right? From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? I want to toast the most magnificent, the most outstanding, the most uplifting, the boldest, and the coldest individual in the room right now. I raise my glass up to you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, family. I'm going to sit. I'm going to open up the lines. Lines are open. Let me go to G&J Media because right now Kwame is killing it. Let me go and read the leader list. Let me go and read the list for, as long as it ain't too many. Let's go down to the list. So if you go on to Gye-Nyame Journey, gnjmedia.live, and you go and you scroll down, you see the merch store, and shoes will be coming soon. Once again, shoes will be coming soon. And guess who's going to have the first pair? I'm not launching. Soon as I launch, I'm launching when I know I got enough money. I'm going to be wearing some official shoes by Gye-Nyame Journey. Goddamn right. So still in the lead right now with 2,300 is brother Calvin Kwame Keechler, the Black Yoda himself. 2,300 points. Coming in a close fourth, because of course Gye-Nyame Journey, coming in a close fourth place, Miss Navita Nelson with 505 points. Brother Hatim is behind Navita, but that's only because I'm broadcasting this Gye-Nyame Journey, and I'm not going to read mine. Next is, those are me next after that. Man. I got a whole bunch of names. But let's keep on going. Let's see. All right, we got Davey 711. Matter of fact, Davey 711 earned 120 points in one day because he just signed on. He just subscribed. He got his points, and he was active on the timeline. He got his points. So I'm gonna stop with number 9. Well, let's go to number 10. Darren Dart, it just stops at Darren Dart. It stops at Dart. I don't know what the whole name is, but he has 120 points. So y'all need to get on gnjmedia.live, subscribe, get active on the timeline so that you can start getting your points. But because you do not let Kwame win again. I'm still carrying this shirt for Kwame, and he like to win and just make you carry around his stuff for a very long time and stuff like that. I don't know why he do that. But call lines, the black line as we call it, is open. The black line. Points. So y'all need to get on gnjmedia.live, subscribe, get active on the timeline. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, let's go. The call black line. Black line is open. Open. At 614-888-5828. 556-4535. There we go right there. Black line is open. If you want to call in and have some conversation, we could definitely have that. But today we are on Gye-Nyame. Now, in Gye-Nyame, we then took the principles, we broke them down. We got a little chart. It's on the calendar. Don't mind the date. I'll just use this as a reference point. But with Gye-Nyame, which is self-determination, we linked it with the principle of justice from the Modic principle system. The color indigo, I wear a lot of black when I do it. Also the law of correspondence, for those that don't understand, that says as above, so below, and as below, so above. And we also connected with the name or the day, this day, or Gye-Nyame, with the names of Kwabena and Abena. Now this is my personal favorite. If I have to have a favorite principle. Why? Because I was born on this principle, right? So in Gye-Nyame, what we do, we try to redefine the world that we exist in. We always got to work on that, right? I am a Gye-Nyame baby. A lot of people you see active on Gye-Nyame Journey Media are Gye-Nyame babies. You just seen Gina. You got Sister Navita. We got Sister Tiandra. And a few others that are Gye-Nyame babies. And what we do is, now because I want you to understand this, with Gye-Nyame, what we do is we use a system that our ancestors used. So in Africa, especially on the West Coast, children were born with day names because our people studied what was going on and studied people. We observed. That's called science, right? And we were able to apply certain characteristics to certain days that you was born on. So by you carrying your name, you let people know before they even interacted with you. You gave them like your resume, your cosmic resume. All right? Or at least your resume for this solar system, because there's some other shit going on out there that's just... So we got to deal within the solar realm of where we are right now. We are traveling around a star that we call the sun, and that star that we call the sun is traveling around a galaxy, and that galaxy is traveling around a galactic cluster, and that galactic clusters. So there's all types of cycles that's going on around there, and it gives you the ability to look. And if you study the times and you look at the generalities, you look at the common things that individuals that were born on these days have, it gives you a template that you can work from. Not saying that I'm going to do everything that's in that template, but it's certain qualities that's in there that can be identified so that the answer or that our elders and nation builders can help guide us, right? Right now, we give names, kind of randomly. I like the name because I like the way it sounds. At one point in time, we was giving names for things that we needed and things that you would be able to use to kind of get closer in tune with who you were. So when we saying Gye-Nyame baby or we're saying a Moja baby, what that does, that gives us in Gye-Nyame an opportunity to actually kind of look and see what, you know what I'm saying? We have a basic idea of some of the qualities that you bring. And we know how to, in a sense, place you in the tribe. And it's a work in science, it's a science of progress. And one of the challenges that we have is that we need to be able to look at our principles. We need to be able to look at some of the sciences from our ancestors. We need to be able to look at some of this wisdom. And we need to really start diving deep into it. Not just diving deep so that we could get up and we could sound professional and use large words and impress people. No, we need to dive deep into it because our ancestors have already left us the blueprint for what we're seeking. Nothing new up under the sun. What we're going through is not new. We just, we haven't heard those stories yet, right? But there are stories right here, right now that can help us. There are traditions right here, right now that can help us. But the key piece is, as a culture, as a group, as a family, we got to make sure that the stories and the rituals and the ceremonies that we practice plug us in to who we are. Which brings us back to the Gye-Nyame, because it's self-determination. Not just self as an individual, but self-determination as a group. Do the things that we practice move us forward in power, move us forward in defining who we are, move us forward in power. We got to really step back and look at that, because that's what this day of celebration is about. Now, I don't know the definition by heart. I can look it up. I'm quite sure somebody got some time right now. They can sit down and they can type it up for you. But I'm coming from the heart, because the whole piece is, one, it's good to know the principle. But what we have to start doing is becoming our principles. Let me say that again. It's one thing to be able to define the principle. It's another thing to become the principle. This is what we strive for in Gye-Nyame. This is why one of the major things that I keep on stressing is this. I'm saying we put together a free e-course, one of many that will be coming in the future. And this gives you a basic model to work from. And not only, and I'm going to say this, it's a free e-course. And it's one of my many attempts to kind of put down some of the ideas that's floating around me, that's floating in my head, and we got to start doing this. This is what universities are designed for. Universities are designed to bring, in a sense, the best minds together so that they can strategize and study and learn how to spread white supremacy. I mean, really, that's what it's about. So what we have to start doing is developing those mechanisms so that we can put Gye-Nyame in purpose. You don't think they got Gye-Nyame in the idea of white supremacy? They have determined who they are. And not only have they determined who they are, they have determined who you are. Free course, or at least they did, because most of y'all that's listening here, I'm preaching to the choir. So we need to go on and start spreading the word slowly but surely. Like I said, not proselytizing, but just letting people know there's other options out there, because there's plenty of our people out there right now that's like, man, this shit it's something not right about this. You know what I'm saying? I know I couldn't be the only one when I was younger listening to all of these immigrant stories. And a motherfucker coming and a generation to 3 generations, these motherfuckers balling. And you be like, oh man, they came in America with $8 in their pocket and they changed the world. And it was only in America 3 generations I've been in America. 8 generations. Grandma, we ain't did nothing. My fault. We ain't. People. Well, can y'all tell me your family history? What you mean you? All right. You know who your What about your who your grandfather's mother? What you mean you don't know? What? No, am I the only one that found that shit uncomfortable? Let me give you a story about Gye-Nyame, and I tell this story often. It was this kung fu dude that will remain nameless that was on campus. And, you know, I'm eclectic. I do a lot of stuff. So I would go to his class and, you know, and do it, you know. But it's like, if you really want the real stuff, you got to come here and pay like $200 a month. $200 a month. So, you know, I would ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because I was truly interested. I was just being studious, just being who I was. And this dude looked at me at one of my questions and one of my comments, of course. What can you tell me? I got scrolls that go back 8 generations that was passed to me by my foreparents. What possibly can you tell me? What gives you the right to even ask me a question? Needless to say, I never, you know what I'm saying? I never went back to that class. Never thought about taking Kung Fu from that motherfucker again. But the question burnt me because I get to college and I'm confronted by a question that I was dealing with in junior high school. Who the fuck am I? Why is all these people around me talking about their grandparents and how hard they worked? And I see my grandfather working hard every day. He don't seem like he come from no lazy people. What the hell going on? It's because we have let other people get entwined into our stories, lie to us, and not flip the guilt from where it should be to you. Y'all just inept. This is the story. Y'all just inept. How is you going to explain that when we don't talk about it? What else are young people to assume? We just inept. What was your grandparents doing, or what was your people doing during the Revolutionary War? How about the Civil War? Why? Why you don't know? Why most of us can't go past our great-grandparents? Many of us. And if we do, we have to put a great effort to even get a goddamn name. So what we have allowed ourselves to do, we allowed ourselves to fall into other people's story. And stories are very important when we talk about Kujichagulia, because if I define myself for myself, right, what is the basis on that definition? What is the basis of that definition? The basis of that definition is that which came before me in most cases. I always wanted to be able to look at my family and be proud, but with what I was being told or not being told, it was hard for me to do that, even though I still did it. But now I understand the story, so I know how to tell the story to these loud ones here, the loud ones, the Gye-Nyame girls and Mr. Cleve and Wisdom when you want to talk.
Oh, you scared me.
You understand? You understand? So that I can help correct them earlier on their path to Kujichagulia, so that they can apply their information to build it in too. He said, Brother Hatim, what power is in the whole idea of your people coming from slavery? Let me give you one key one: resilience. The fact that every skill, you know what I'm saying? The fact that everything that ticks around this motherfucker, one of us or a lot of us had something to do with it. The fact that you sit on a legacy of builders that was pushing the situation that they were not able to build for themselves. And many of them maintain being in that position, building for others, so that you and me and those other people out there will have the opportunity to tell the real story and take back what's ours. Not beg, not ask, demand, and if necessary, take what's ours. I want y'all to understand that, family. So I guess nobody's going to call in. Shouts out to Miss Navita Nelson. I see her out there. I see you out there.
Found them.
You found them? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I need to switch them out?
Yep.
All right. All right, so family, I'm going to give y'all a couple more seconds. Call in line is 614-556-4535. Once again, call in line is 614-556-4535. Say it for him, Sasha Mosh.
614-556-4535.
Hopefully y'all heard that. So I got my girls some cameras. I was expecting them to be better than this so they could start doing their show. They actually can record on them. It's a nice little camera. But it's a little bit too toy-y for the work that Sasha and Gina want to do. Because what I want to do is expand from them being able to just record. I want them to be able to put it on a tripod. I want them to be able to take the video and cut it up. Because they're interested in starting their own YouTube channel. Of course, it's not going to be unsupervised. Because you never know what Miss Sasha Mosh is going to say because she don't know yet. She don't know yet. Can't be mad at her.
Say,
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so I need to switch these out for them. And while I'm switching them out, that will give y'all time to call in if there's going to be anybody calling in. If not, I will see y'all tonight at Kwanzaa. Those that might be over at the office, I will be over there soon. Hopefully, I got a delivery. Because I want to make sure that Miss Navita get her prize. I want to be able to present her the prize on Gye-Nyame Journey Media live, as well as present Kwame's. That one is yours. If you give me that pen, I will write your name on it. Thank you. Give it here. I'm going to put the mosh. Alright, so I guess there's no calls. So I'm going to take my baby. We're going to take her out.
yes. Give me five seconds. Thank you.
Alright, family. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We have to go a little bit more in depth on the day names and all that stuff too eventually, but not right now. Unless there's any questions, any comments. Nothing in the box. Let's check all areas. We're going to check all areas. Nothing in the box. Come on, fam. Be sure to hit up the tip line. Go to gnjmedia.live. Once again, gnjmedia.live. According to my Restream IO, most of y'all on Facebook, and I appreciate that. I'm not mad at you. If you enjoy Facebook a little bit more, you can. But go to gnjmedia.live. Subscribe to the channel. And I will also be putting up a way for you to hit us up on the text message service as well as the email service, because I just found out how to use it. But those that want it, because I really, man, listen, family, I was hoping that we was going to be able to raise some funds today because I want to see what happens to the tip jar. Go to G&J Media tip/chip. gnjmedia.live/tip. Hit up the tip jar. Right? But then also I need to go in and adjust something because somebody subscribed last night and their name sat in the middle for about an hour. So when you subscribe, if you go and you click subscribe onto our channel, your name pops up in the middle because I want you to know that I appreciate you. But I ain't going to give you the whole damn show. Damn. Somebody got hooked up last night. I'm like, damn. Whoever putting this video on, there you go right there. And that's his name. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got a lot of hits last night. But on the donation thing, you can do $1, $3, $5, $10. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hit 25. But if not, it's cool. I'm getting texts right now. But hey. All right. And I want to see if I got, if anybody out there got the email from me. Respond to it so I can see what happens with the responses. All right? This is Brother Hatim. I want to once again take the time to welcome you to the Congregation of Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hot Tim. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. This has been Daily Toast, and we have did another one. We 4 years deep. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. All right. So all right, we out. Peace. We about to leave?
No.
We're about to go drop some off at Auntie Nina's.